Hi guys, it's Haley, and today I am here with Rick Allen from WQMX Radio.
Hey, it's great to be with you, Haley.
And we're going to be asking him some questions. So, tell us, what is radio like? How old were you when you started?
I was 12 years old. I was in 6th grade, yeah.
And how did you begin?
Well, as a kid growing up in Northeast Ohio, I grew up listening to the heyday of MMS and 105, M105, WGCL. And I tried to emulate that sound in my room. I would play around on my stereo and make tapes. My neighbor found out about it. He was a teacher for the Akron Public Schools, and he got me on the air at the Akron Public Schools station when I was in 6th grade, playing top 40 music after school.
Wow, and how was that, being a 12-year-old and...
It was a blast. It was a blast.
Was it?
Yeah.
Did all your friends think you were super cool? Were they like, whoa?
It was fun. They used to call me on the air after school. Yeah.
Oh, so your friends from school, they'd be like, oh, hey.
Yeah,
what's
exactly.
up?
Yeah, we do dedications for them.
Oh, that's it. Let's see, what else? So, you answer a lot of phone calls, and you get a lot of, like, the number whatever to win this or whatever.
Right.
What is some of the weirdest phone calls or questions or anything that you've gotten on air?
A lot of times they say play it next, and I just can't play it that quick.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Or they'll call and say, did I win, right after I played the winner back on the air. Right after, like, as soon as I play the winner, they'll call right then, after it's already on the air. They're like, did I win? I was like, aren't you listening to the station?
Right.
Or I've had them say the wrong station, too. What station just made you a winner? They say the wrong station. We don't want that to happen.
Oh, yeah. Not advertising for the wrong station. Is anybody ever, like... How is it dealing with people that get disappointed when they don't win?
It's all right. I just tell them when the next time we're going to be giving away something.
Have you ever had somebody like really angry at you?
No, not normally.
No?
Nah, they usually take it in stride.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like people are going to get really angry about that kind of thing. Like, oh, I've tried so hard to win these tickets. Like,
they're usually pretty good about it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you ever had either you or somebody towards you have a fangirl experience, since you meet so many people and you talk to so many different types of people?
I plead the fifth on that one.
So...
I've met a few nice listeners over the years, that's for sure.
Nobody's ever like... Does anybody have... There's probably posters of you on somebody's wall.
Nah.
Do you ever sit there and think, wow, people could be listening to me right now on the way to the hospital to give birth to their child.
That's great. It's nice to know that I'm a part of that.
Yeah.
And it's really strange. I'm live here, but I've worked at stations where I've been voice tracked, pre-recorded. So I pulled up to someone at a stoplight, and I could tell they were listening to me on the radio at that time.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
They have their window down, you're like, oh, that's
yeah,
me.
I've had that happen
Look
in the
over.
summer. Yeah. So that's kind of exciting.
That always seems to be weird if I'm driving and I pull up and I hear somebody listening to me talking, and I'm like, oh,
Exactly.
That's my voice. Hey.
Yep.
What are the hours like? Do you ever have to work like really early, really late?
I work here part-time, and I usually work every weekend, and I fill in through the week. So generally, a lot of times I work Saturday and Sunday afternoons, and I might, fill in a couple of times on the evening slot, during the week. But, I've been I've done shows on 16 radio stations here in Northeast Ohio, and I've pretty much done every shift you could imagine at one time or another.
Oh, wow. So, some crazy, some...
Yeah, I've worked a lot of holidays too. Christmas Day, New Year's Day, Valentine's Day, 4th of July, Thanksgiving, you name it. I've done them all.
Do you ever get tired of hearing the same songs over and over again?
I would say that you get used to it, but there's been times over the years that maybe there's a song I've been playing on the air a lot, and maybe someone from the promotions department said, hey, how would you like to have a free copy of the new Hootie and the Blowfish album? And I'd be like, oh, thanks, but 3 years later I still had the shrink wrap on it and didn't open it because I was playing it so much at the time, But
what are your favorite things about being in radio, or is this what you wanted to do? Well, you've been doing it since you were 12.
Yeah, I always wanted to do it since I was a little kid.
What?
I never get sick of it, I can tell you that.
That's good.
Yeah, it's something that I've always liked.
What inspired you to want to do this?
Probably the DJs that I grew up listening to.
Yeah.
Kid Leo, Matt the Cat, of course Jeff and Flash and Denny Sanders. I used to listen to Bill Stallings on M105 a lot, Bob McKay on Light Rock 106.5, The Smoker on WLYT. Probably my favorite DJ of all time is Joe Bohannon. He used to work at WGCL. in Cleveland, and then he went on to work at B96 in Chicago for a lot of years. I always thought he sounded great on the air.
So, starting so young, how did you kind of build yourself up? Like, prepare yourself?
Well, I did this all through school. So I started in 6th grade at the Akron Public Schools radio station playing top 40. And by the time I was 15, I was in 9th grade. I was working at WKDD. And back then they were 96.5 FM. That was before they moved to 98.1. And I did that all the way through high school. I was in a jobs program where I went to school half a day and I worked at the radio station half a day.
Oh, did you get like a grade for that?
Yeah, I did.
Really?
Yeah.
You have such a good like radio voice. How do you get a radio voice? Like,
I don't know. I don't really consider it a radio voice. It's just my voice, but I guess you can just get used to talking on the air.
yeah, I feel like it's like when I do videos, I'm like, hey guys, it's Hailey. But if I was saying that to just like somebody, I'd be like, oh hey guys, or like, you know?
It's almost like you're preparing yourself to be a reporter for like Channel 3, 5, 8, 19, or 43 or something like that.
9, 8, or 43.
19, I mean.
I was like 43. You were watching Channel 43 News.
This area has had a lot of really good TV people. I always like Lee Jordan and Stephanie Schaefer on Channel. Lee Jordan on Channel 5. She's not on there anymore. But Stephanie Schaefer on Fox 8. I think she does a great job. Natalie Karcic is awesome too. I like her a lot. I watch her.
My mom just tried to mouth me something. I have no idea what she said, but yeah, me too.
Betsy Kling,
Betsy Kling.
I love Betsy
Mother.
Kling. She does a great job. You know who I like to watch in the morning? Because I watch the Morning Express with Robin Meade on HLN. She is my favorite person on TV.
She's the blonde one?
She has darker hair than that.
And I'm probably thinking of someone else.
Robin Meade. She grew up in like the Ashland, Mansfield area.
What type of like people have you gotten to meet, or do you have any like favorites of anything?
I've gotten to interview people over the years, which is kind of fun. Some of the interviews I've done were in the studio, and some were just on the telephone. But in the studio, of course, when I was starting out in the business, before I ever even worked at NCX, I interviewed Michael Stanley on the air, Eddie Money, John Lennon's son Julian, Huey Lewis, Slash from Guns N' Roses.
Wow.
People from Firehouse and Poison and the Damn Yankees, REM.
Everyone.
A lot of different
The list
people.
of people.
Yeah.
So, do they call you off of their personal phones? Like, do you get their phone number showed up on your thing? You're like, oh,
No,
hey.
it's usually something that's set up through either the
Yeah.
promotions department or the programming department. So
That's like the one
They would
thing
call
I've
it on the
always
hotline.
wondered. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always wondered, is like, do they call off of their personal number? And
yeah,
then
I don't know. It's something set up through the station. So.
You can just be like, oh, hey, you wanna go out for coffee sometime?
Right.
Yeah. So, you've done interviews. How do you think this is going?
I think it's going great. I think
Think
you're doing
so?
fantastic.
Okay, that's good. That's encouraging.
I have a lot of stuff on YouTube. If you go on youtube.com, type in Rick Allen and the word air check, and you can hear samples of my on-air work from all the radio stations that I've been on over the years. So make sure to check that out. Rick Allen Air Check on youtube.com.
Link in description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and press the subscribe button. And I would like to thank Rick Allen for having us today. And how was it?
It was awesome, Haley. Thanks for coming down. It was nice visiting with you.
Yeah, this was fun. Do it again. Let's go out for coffee.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Hey, it's Rick Allen from WQMX. A big thank you to Hailey Karcic of Macedonia for stopping by. Make sure and subscribe to all of her videos. She is awesome.